Anna was 32 years old and worked as a software developer from her small home office. She loved her job, but working from home had created one big problem. Her family thought remote meant free babysitter. Her sister Laura was 37, divorced and had 3 kids. Adam 9, Mia 7 and Ben 6. At first, Laura only left the kids with Anna for a few hours when she had dates. But over time the hours grew into days. Anna sighed one morning as she made coffee. "I feel like I'm raising children that aren't mine," she muttered. Adam was calm and helpful, but Mia and Ben were still little whirlwinds. Even with Adam's help, caring for 3 children while coding full-time left Anna drained. Laura lived in a small rented apartment and received alimony from her ex-husband. She also worked part-time at a marketing office, maybe 20 hours a week. Anna, on the other hand, worked 60 hours a week and made good money, but she was constantly pulled in every direction. On top of watching the kids, she also gave Laura money now and then. Their retired parents helped financially too. "You're doing so much for Laura," her mother often said. "That's what sisters are for." But Anna was exhausted. "I wake up at 6, work before the kids arrive, get them fed, dressed and off to school," Anna told a coworker on a video call. "By the time they're asleep at night, it's 10 p.m. and I still have hours of coding left." Her coworker frowned. "That's not sustainable, Anna." She knew it wasn't. One Wednesday, Laura called Anna while she was in the middle of debugging a program. "Hey, you need to come to Mom and Dad's house for dinner on Saturday. Big announcement. Everyone has to be there," Laura said. Anna rubbed her temples. "Laura, can't you just tell me now?" "No, it has to be in person. You'll want to hear this." Anna sighed but agreed. Saturday evening she drove to her parents' house. Laura's car was parked outside, along with another unfamiliar one. Inside, Anna found Laura glowing, sitting beside a man she'd never met. "Anna, this is David," Laura said proudly. David stood and shook her hand nervously. "Nice to meet you. Laura's told me all about you." Anna forced a polite smile. "Nice to meet you too." Dinner began and the kids were surprisingly quiet, which made Anna suspicious. Finally she leaned forward. "Hey Laura. What's the big news?" Laura beamed, holding David's hand. "Everyone, David and I are getting married, and I'm pregnant." The room went silent for 5 seconds, then Anna's parents shouted with joy. "Congratulations," they said, hugging Laura. David grinned nervously, but Anna sat frozen. She thought, Laura can barely handle 3 kids, how will she manage another one? Out loud she said, wow. Congratulations." Laura smiled but quickly added, "Actually, Anna, I'll need you to take the kids for a few months while I'm pregnant and after the baby's born." Anna almost dropped her fork. "What?" Laura's tone was casual, as if she were asking for a glass of water. "Just temporarily," she said. So I can rest during the pregnancy and then recover." Anna's face hardened. "Are you serious? I already raise them most of the time. I work full-time, Laura." Laura's eyes widened with fake tears. "I can't believe you're being so selfish. You don't even have kids of your own, you wouldn't understand." Anna turned to her parents, waiting for them to scold Laura, but her mother frowned instead. "Anna, your sister needs help right now. Family supports family." Her father nodded. "Yes, Laura deserves support." Anna stood up angrily. "Then she can have her baby without mine." She grabbed her bag and stormed out while Laura began crying loudly behind her. Anna drove home that night with her phone buzzing non-stop. Texts popped up one after another. "Laura, you're a terrible sister." "Mom, you should be ashamed of yourself." "Dad, stop being unreasonable." "Laura needs support." Anna tossed her phone on the couch and whispered, "Unbelievable." For the first time in months her house was quiet. No kids, no chaos, no late-night homework. She slept in until 9 the next morning. When she logged into work, she finished 3 projects before lunch. Her boss even emailed, "Great job, Anna. Keep it up." For the first time in a year she felt free. The peace lasted 1 week. On Saturday morning, loud banging on her front door jolted Anna awake. She stumbled down in her pajamas and peered through the peephole. Adam, Mia and Ben stood there with suitcases. Anna yanked the door open. "What are you doing here?" Adam spoke softly, holding Mia's hand. "Mom dropped us off. She said to wait 5 minutes and then knock." Ben clutched his stuffed bear, eyes wide. Anna's jaw tightened. "She left you outside? Alone?" Adam shrugged. She said you'd take care of us. Anna ushered them in quickly. Come inside, get some cereal. She muttered, this is insane. Anna dialed Laura's number furiously. It rang and rang until finally Laura answered. What now? She snapped. What now? Anna shouted. You dumped 3 kids on my porch at 7 a.m. with no adult supervision. Anything could have happened. Laura sighed. Oh please. It was only 5 minutes. Stop being dramatic. You'll cave, you always do. Anna's face burned. Come pick them up. Now. Can't. David and I have plans today. The line went dead. Anna stared at the phone in disbelief. She actually hung up on me, she whispered. Anna tried her parents next. Mom. Laura left her kids on my porch with their luggage. She just drove away. There was silence, then her mother's voice, cool and sharp. Anna, your sister is trying to build a life with David. She needs space right now. Anna's voice shook with anger. What about the children she already has? Stop being selfish, her father cut in. Help your family. Anna hung up before she screamed. She turned to the kids who were sitting quietly with juice boxes. Don't worry, she told them gently. You're safe here. 20 minutes later, another knock echoed through the house. Anna opened the door to see 2 police officers. Ma'am, we got a call that you plan to abandon 3 children, one said. Anna's mouth dropped. What? That's a lie. The taller officer explained. The caller said you were kicking them out. Anna felt her stomach twist. That caller was my sister. She's trying to set me up. She looked at Adam. Tell them what happened. Adam nodded. Mom dropped us off with suitcases and told us to knock after she left. The officers frowned. Do you have proof? One asked. Anna's eyes lit up. Yes. Security cameras. Anna pulled out her phone and played the footage. The video showed Laura dragging suitcases to the porch, speaking briefly to the kids, then driving off while they stood outside alone. The officers watched closely. One crossed his arms. This looks like child abandonment. Exactly, Anna said firmly. I want to file a report and contact Child Protective Services. The officers nodded. We'll take statements. They interviewed Anna and the children right there in the living room. Afterward, one officer said, the kids can stay here for now, but CPS will investigate further. Anna breathed out. Finally, someone believes me. The very next day, a CPS worker named Linda knocked on Anna's door. She was polite but serious, carrying a notepad. I'll need to ask some questions, she said. Anna sat at the table while the kids colored nearby. From what I understand, the children spend most of their time here. Is that correct? Linda asked. Anna nodded. Yes. Their mother drops them off constantly, sometimes for days. I feed them, buy clothes, pay for school activities. Linda's eyebrows rose. And their mother? What does she contribute? Anna gave a bitter laugh. She gets alimony and uses it for herself. Dating, shopping, not the kids. Linda scribbled notes quickly. That evening, the front door burst open. Laura stormed in, face red with rage. You called CPS on me? Are you crazy? Anna stood tall. You left your kids alone on a porch. That's abandonment. Laura pointed a shaking finger. They'll take my kids away because of you. Maybe that's best for them, Anna snapped. Laura's eyes filled with tears. I'm their mother. You can't keep them from me. I'm not keeping them, Anna replied coldly. You gave them up when you dumped them here. Laura screamed in frustration and slammed the door as she stormed out. Half an hour later, Anna's phone rang. It was her mother. Anna, you've ruined everything. Your sister's children could end up in foster care. Anna kept her tone calm. Actually, Mom, their father called me. CPS contacted him. He wants custody. He's tired of paying Laura while she abandons the kids. Silence filled the line. Anna continued, he's going to court. He'll stop paying Laura and take full custody. Her mother gasped. You destroyed your sister's life. Anna closed her eyes. No, Mom. Laura destroyed it herself. She hung up before the guilt could creep in. That night, Anna sat on the couch while the kids watched cartoons. For the first time since this nightmare began, they looked relaxed. Adam leaned back with a smile. Mia laughed at the show. Ben hugged his bear happily. Anna whispered, they deserve this peace every day. Over the next month, while CPS investigated, the children stayed with her. They had routines, schedules, and safety. Anna finally balanced work and home, finishing projects on time. Her boss praised her with, "Outstanding job, Anna. You're up for a performance bonus." She smiled, thinking this is what life should feel like, stable, calm, and free from Laura's chaos. A few weeks later, Anna received a call from James, Laura's ex-husband. "Anna, I just wanted to thank you," he said. His voice was steady but tired. "I had no idea Laura was leaving the kids with you so often. I've been paying her $2,500 a month, believing she was caring for them." Anna sighed. "James, most of that money went to her dating life. I've been covering clothes, food, and school stuff." James was silent for a moment. "That ends now. My lawyer says I have a strong case for custody. You might need to testify." Anna nodded. "I'll do it. For the kids." The court date was set. Anna had to take a day off work to attend. The courtroom was packed. Laura and David sat at one table, James and his lawyer at another. Their parents were in the audience, sitting stiffly. The kids' teachers, CPS workers, and even neighbors were present. Laura went first. Through tears she said, "I love my children. I'm a good mother. I only asked my sister to help during a difficult time." Her lawyer added, "This is a family misunderstanding. Anna has interfered, trying to take the children from their mother." Anna clenched her fists under the table. Then James testified. "Your Honor, I've been paying child support for 3 years, thinking my ex-wife was the primary caregiver. I now know Anna, my children's aunt, has been raising them most of the time. Laura has been pursuing personal interests instead of parenting." His lawyer handed over bank statements showing the support payments. James continued, "I want full custody. My children deserve stability." The judge scribbled notes, glancing at Laura, who dabbed her eyes with a tissue. Anna's heart pounded. Soon it would be her turn. "Miss Anna," the prosecutor said, "please describe your typical week with the children." Anna took a breath. 5 or 6 days a week the kids were at my house. I fed them, helped with homework, bought clothes, and took them to activities. Laura dropped them off without asking, sometimes overnight. If I refused, she guilt-tripped me or my parents pressured me. She paused, then added firmly, "The morning of the incident, Laura left them outside my door with luggage and drove off. They were alone for several minutes." The judge raised his eyebrows. "Do you have proof?" "Yes, security footage." The footage was played on a screen for the court. Everyone saw Laura dragging the suitcases to Anna's porch, talking to the kids, then driving away while they stood alone. Murmurs filled the room. The judge's face hardened. The prosecutor also presented text messages where Laura demanded Anna take the kids for months. Laura's lawyer tried to argue, family babysitting is common, but the judge interrupted. "There's a difference between occasional help and abandonment." Anna glanced at the jury. Some nodded in agreement. She felt hope flicker inside her. The kids' teachers were called next. Mrs. Green, Adam's teacher, testified, "I've met with Anna dozens of times about Adam's progress. I've only seen his mother twice." Another teacher said, "Anna signs permission slips, attends events, and picks the kids up when sick. She's the one I contact, not Laura." Even Ben's kindergarten teacher said, "If something happens, I call Anna first." Each testimony struck Laura like a blow. She sat with her head down, twisting tissues in her hands. Anna could feel her parents' eyes burning holes into her from the gallery. Their mother was called to testify. "Laura is a good mother. She's just going through a rough patch," she said firmly. "She's trying to build a stable life with her new husband." Their father added, "Yes, she deserves support, not judgment." The prosecutor asked, "How often are the children with Anna compared to Laura?" Both parents shifted uncomfortably. "Well, it varies," their mother mumbled. "We don't really keep track," their father added. The judge frowned, unimpressed. Anna thought bitterly, even here they refused to see the truth. After 2 long days, the judge recessed to make his decision. Everyone left the courtroom in tense silence. Anna sat in her car, gripping the steering wheel. Adam, Mia, and Ben's faces flashed in her mind. "Please let them get the stability they need," she whispered. That night she could hardly sleep. She kept replaying Laura's accusations in her head, her parents' disappointment and James's desperate plea. She knew the right thing had been done, but she feared the judge might still side with Laura out of pity. A week later the courtroom filled again for the verdict. The judge adjusted his glasses. Based on the evidence, full custody of the children is awarded to their father, James. Gasps filled the room. Laura burst into sobs. Her parents looked stunned. James closed his eyes and whispered, "Thank you." The judge continued, "The defendant has repeatedly failed to provide stable care, instead relying on family members. The incident of abandonment shows a serious lack of judgment. Child support payments will cease immediately." Anna sat still, relief flooding her. Afterward, James pulled Anna aside. "I can never thank you enough. You saved them." Anna smiled faintly. "They deserve better." The children moved into James's home within weeks. He had bedrooms ready for each of them and enrolled them in schools near his place. The transition was smooth. Adam said, "I like knowing where I'll sleep every night now." Mia added, "Dad makes dinner every day." Ben beamed, "And he reads us bedtime stories." Anna visited often, this time as a loving aunt instead of a stressed caretaker. Felt like a fresh start for all of them. Laura married David in a small ceremony, but she didn't invite Anna. Anna didn't care. A few months later, Laura gave birth to her fourth child. Rumors spread that she struggled with the newborn. Without Anna to dump the older kids on, Laura finally had to parent on her own. She called relatives asking for money for diapers and formula, but most refused. Anna's cousin Lisa told her, "No one wants to enable Laura anymore. We all saw what happened in court." Anna nodded. "Good. Maybe she'll finally learn." Deep down she doubted it. 6 months later, Anna's own life blossomed. She worked normal hours, got full nights of sleep, and even started dating again. She met Ethan, a fellow software engineer, at a tech conference. Over coffee he said, "You basically raised 3 kids while working full-time? That's incredible." Anna laughed softly. "It was exhausting. I don't know how I survived." Ethan shook his head. Most single parents don't also have demanding careers and family members who exploit them. Anna realized he was right. She had normalized chaos for so long she'd forgotten what peace looked like. Meanwhile, the kids were thriving with their father. Adam excelled in advanced math classes. Mia joined the school choir, singing proudly in concerts. Ben played Little League baseball, grinning every time he hit the ball. They visited Anna every other weekend. This time their visits were joyful. They played board games, went to movies, or simply baked cookies together. "You're happier now, Aunt Anna," Adam said one evening. "You don't look tired all the time." Anna smiled warmly. "I am happier. And you 3 look happier too." Mia nodded. "We are. Dad takes care of us." Through relatives, Anna heard Laura was struggling. David's income in sales wasn't enough to cover everything. Laura had to take a full-time job for the first time in years. The stress of raising a newborn without endless help weighed on her. Their parents blamed Anna still. They called relatives, saying, "She destroyed Laura's family." But most relatives disagreed. Anna's cousin Mark called her. "Anna, I owe you an apology. We all knew Laura was using you, but we didn't want to get involved. What you did took courage. The kids are better off now." Anna's throat tightened. "Thank you, Mark. That means a lot." A year later, Anna bought her own house. A bright 3-bedroom with a big backyard. She invited James and the kids to her housewarming party. The children ran around happily. "This place is amazing," Ben shouted. "You'll always have rooms here," Anna told them. James pulled her aside quietly. "Anna, you sacrificed so much. I know it cost you your parents' approval, but you gave my kids stability. You saved them." Anna smiled softly. "Those relationships weren't healthy anyway. I'm better off without the guilt and manipulation." Looking around at her peaceful home, she knew she'd made the right choice. Life finally felt balanced. Anna no longer woke up to frantic texts or surprise knocks on her door. Her mornings started with quiet coffee, her laptop, and her own schedule. On weekends, she looked forward to the kids' visits, not dreading them. She took them to museums, parks, and even taught them simple coding games. Adam said proudly one Saturday, "I want to be a programmer like you, Aunt Anna." He grinned. "Then I'll teach you everything I know." For once, her time with them was filled with joy, not exhaustion. Meanwhile, Laura's life was unraveling. David wasn't the partner she had imagined. Raising a newborn without endless help was harder than she'd expected. Bills piled up, her full-time job drained her, and her pleas for money to relatives mostly went unanswered. One evening, Anna's cousin Lisa called. Laura asked me for money for baby formula. Anna sighed. And did you give it? No, Lisa said firmly. None of us want to go back to enabling her. She has to learn. Anna hung up, both sad and relieved. Maybe Laura would finally face the reality she had avoided for years. Despite her parents' cold silence, Anna's extended family began seeing her differently. At a family barbecue, her cousin Mark approached her. I know things are rough with your parents, but I want you to know, everyone respects you. What you did was right. Anna smiled faintly. It didn't feel right at the time. I felt like the villain. Mark shook his head. You were the only one willing to stand up and protect those kids. That takes guts. For the first time in a long while, Anna felt genuine validation from her family. Her relationship with Ethan also grew stronger. Over dinner one evening, Ethan said, You know what I admire most about you, Anna? You don't back down when it matters. Anna chuckled. Sometimes it feels like I'm just stubborn. Ethan shook his head. No. You have integrity. That's rare. Anna blushed. It felt good to be appreciated for the very quality her parents condemned her for. She realized she wasn't alone anymore. She had people who valued her boundaries and her courage. The kids thrived under James's care. Adam won a math competition at school. Mia sang a solo at her choir concert, her voice echoing beautifully in the hall. Ben scored his first home run and shouted, That one's for Aunt Anna. Every success filled Anna with pride. She attended their events not as the tired, overworked stand-in parent, but as the joyful aunt who cheered loudly from the stands. He thought, this is how it's supposed to be. I get to love them without carrying the whole burden. One afternoon, Adam asked Anna a question that caught her off guard. Aunt Anna, do you regret what happened with Mom? Anna hesitated. Sometimes it hurt. But no, I don't regret it. Do you? Adam shook his head. No. Things are better now. Dad takes care of us. And we still get to see you. Anna's eyes softened. That's all I ever wanted, for you three to feel safe and loved. Mia leaned over. We do. We're really happy. Hearing that, Anna felt the weight she'd been carrying finally lift. Her parents, however, stayed distant. They never forgave her for testifying. Sometimes Anna wondered if they ever would. But each time she thought about reaching out, she remembered the way they dismissed her exhaustion, called her selfish, and sided blindly with Laura. Ethan reminded her gently, You can't heal if you keep reopening wounds. Anna nodded. I know. I guess I'm finally okay with letting them go. It hurt, but it was freeing too. She chose peace over endless guilt. A year after the custody trial, Anna threw a big backyard party at her new house. James brought the kids, who raced around laughing. Neighbors came, colleagues came, and even extended family showed up. Anna stood at the grill flipping burgers when Ben ran up. Aunt Anna, can I invite my whole baseball team next time? She laughed. Slow down, buddy. One team at a time. James came over, patting her shoulder. Anna, this is the life you built for yourself. Be proud. She smiled, realizing he was right. She had built a stable, happy world for herself and for the kids she loved. Later that evening, as the party wound down, Adam sat beside Anna on the porch steps. You know, he said quietly, you saved us. We didn't feel safe with Mom. But we always felt safe with you. Anna's chest tightened. Thank you, Adam. That means more than you know. Mia joined, humming a song from her choir. Ben plopped down too, still in his baseball cap. For a moment, they all just sat together in the warm glow of sunset. Anna thought, this is family. Right here. Right now. The following week, Ethan surprised Anna with a picnic in the park. As they sat under a tree, he said, You know, you remind me of someone who fought a battle nobody wanted to fight. But you won. Anna laughed softly. It didn't feel like winning at the time. Ethan looked at her seriously. Sometimes the hardest victories don't feel like victories right away. But you gave those kids a future. That's bigger than any promotion or paycheck. Anna smiled, realizing he was right. For once, she allowed herself to feel proud. News about Laura still reached Anna through relatives. Laura and David argued often. Money was tight. Parenting a newborn without constant help broke the illusion Laura had created for herself. She's overwhelmed, Lisa reported one day. Anna sighed. I don't wish her misery, but maybe this is what she needed to learn responsibility. Ethan added quietly, "Not everyone learns, Anna. But you did your part. That's all you could do." Anna nodded. She had given everything she could. The rest was up to Laura. At work, Anna's career soared. She was promoted to senior development lead, managing a team of engineers. Her boss told her, "You're not just good at coding, you're good at people. That's rare." Anna smiled, thinking of how she had managed 3 kids' school schedules and chaos while meeting deadlines. "If I survived that," she joked to Ethan later, "I can survive anything." He laughed. "Exactly. You're stronger than you think." Anna realized that what had once nearly broken her had actually forged resilience. Months later, James hosted Thanksgiving and invited Anna. The kids crowded around her, pulling her into hugs. Adam said, "This year I'm thankful for Dad and Aunt Anna." Mia added, "Me too." Ben shouted, "And pie." Everyone laughed. James lifted his glass. "To family, the kind that shows up." Anna's eyes stung with tears. She realized she didn't need her parents' approval to feel loved. She had family here. James, the kids, Ethan, and the relatives who finally saw the truth. That was enough. On the drive home that night, Anna reflected on everything that had happened. "It was never about choosing sides," she told Ethan. "It was about protecting the kids and protecting myself. Boundaries aren't selfish, they're survival." Ethan squeezed her hand. "And you proved it." Anna smiled. She had spent years being guilt-tripped into silence, but now she knew the power of saying no. She had found her voice and she wasn't going to lose it again. Looking back, Anna understood that standing up to Laura had been the hardest choice of her life, but also the best. She had saved her niece and nephews from years of chaos, even if it cost her her parents' approval. She had gained peace, strength, and a future free of manipulation. Most of all, she had learned that love without boundaries becomes exploitation. The true lesson was simple. Protecting children and protecting yourself sometimes means saying no, when the world expects you to say yes. Anna finally felt free, and that freedom was worth everything. Thanks you for watching, and please remember to tell us where you are watching from today. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more of this.